Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about a new free facial recognition site that is basically a stalker's best friend. This is terrifying. Here's what's going on, and this is coming courtesy of CNN. Now, you probably haven't heard of Pim Eyes, but this is a facial recognition search engine that probably has heard of you, meaning they have pictures of you. Now, if you upload a picture basically of your face to their website, it will immediately show you any pictures of yourself that they have found on the internet. Now, you might recognize all of them or be surprised or perhaps even horrified, and I will get to that, because these images can include anything from like your wedding photos, vacation pictures, adult material, all that kind of stuff. And so Pim Eyes is open to anybody with internet access, which is a stark contrast from Clearview AI, which basically is obviously known for building this enormous facial recognition databases and then selling them to organizations like law enforcement, and I believe even Macy's as well. And Clearview says they have hundreds of customers that they are selling this to. Now, Pim Eyes' decision to make facial recognition software available to the general public crosses a line that technology companies are not typically willing to cross, and it opens up endless possibilities on how it can be both used and definitely abused. So imagine a potential employer digging into your past. Yeah, you know, you see those pictures of you in Cabo just completely drunk or something like that. That's not a good sign, but they're out there from years ago because a friend tagged you in a Facebook post. Or how about an abusive ex tracking you? You know, as you've, let's say, maybe you've changed your hair color, your location, and you basically have a whole new identity, and now they can find you, see that it's actually you, and by virtue of that, essentially go to the websites where these images are being found and now find you. Or how about a random stranger, you know, that sees you in public, takes a photo of you, and then decides to go put that there. So maybe you get a creepy feeling, you know, from that guy or that girl that's walking by you, and they take a picture of you because they're interested in you. You definitely are not. This would allow them to start identifying you, and then boom, here we are. This is all possible thanks to this website. And though the website instructs users to search only for themselves, it doesn't stop them from uploading photos of anyone, which I actually did as well, and I will get to that. Now, at the same time, it doesn't explicitly identify anybody by name, but as the reporter discovered here using this site, that information is very easy based on the information that Pim Eyes pulls up. And according to their website, and I quote, "Using the latest technologies, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, we help you find your pictures on the internet to defend yourselves from scammers, identity thieves, and people who use your image illegally." And that's basically true. That is one aspect of this, but for all of the other reasons I just mentioned, it's a terrifying prospect that anybody could basically take a picture of me and upload this, and that's exactly what I did. Obviously, you're sitting here watching this video. You know, I am known, at least in cybersecurity, as I am talking at various conferences, so my headshot is everywhere. So I uploaded my headshot, which I knew they'd have in their database, and sure enough, they pulled up 71 images of me. And these are basically pictures, multiple ones of my headshots or screen grabs of the videos that I put out on YouTube, LinkedIn, and other platforms as well. Also me at, you know, the radio station when I'm doing my radio show, and some other stuff as well. I also got a female volunteer to go ahead and give me permission to put that up. And sure enough, I found pictures of her in social media, in business, in other things. And it's interesting because they try to blur the faces and imagery around just that person, but sure enough. The other thing it gives you is also kind of like a lower probability match. And so when I went through and I looked at that, sure enough, there were people that kind of looked like me, could have been my brother, you know, kind of thing, that were also being pulled up as a lower probability score. But to that point, there was also adult material that was there, and I had no idea that I had a Pornhub channel, but apparently somebody who looks like me does, because I saw that, you know, in those images. And, you know, they blur the naughty bits and all of that, but sure enough, that is potentially a scary thing. And so I think this really begs the question of needing regulation. We've seen multiple states that have essentially denied the use of facial recognition by law enforcement because there have been false positives, you know, that have literally had people incarcerated. I just read an article about that, you know, the other day. But this is here to stay, and I think we need to strap regulations around there, because the last thing you want, you know, is somebody getting out of prison after 20 20 years saying, I'm getting vengeance on somebody, you know, uploading that picture and getting contact information that is no longer 20 years out of date when they've moved across the country to escape that guy. So this is a huge, huge problem that we have. I am not a fan of this at all. You know, and it might have been amusing to pull up, you know, headshots and pictures of my videos and all that kind of stuff. But for anybody else that has things that they want to maintain private, that's a huge problem. And I also think, though, it speaks to the culture that we have generated around the globe of wanting to share, of taking pictures of absolutely everything we do, from the food we eat, you know, to absolutely everything we do, and we post it online and we tag our friends, and we don't really understand the permission settings, and so we set everything to public, you know, and even above and beyond that, we know data has been scraped from Facebook, so companies like this can go ahead and grab this information. We don't think about these things because we are so inclined to basically share our lives for that endorphin hits, to get the likes from the platforms that we're on, that this becomes a pervasive issue that we really don't think about, and here we are. And we need to start thinking about these things because it's going to get people in trouble, and it's not just that small percentage, you know, of the planet that has stalkers. It's everybody from employers on down. So I think this is a huge problem that we need to really address, you know, and just basically take it from there. But I think PimEyes, Clearview AI, all of these need to go because honestly, they're just getting us into trouble. And so that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, where I know I'm in all 3 facial recognition databases, as are probably you. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.